Welcome back, everyone. This is a follow-up video on my video from last week on designing an F16 in Plasticity. As I mentioned before, I've not been using this software for all that long, so this is a good indicator, in my opinion, of how quickly you can become proficient in this fun software. Now, last week I covered where to find good schematic drawings, how to use them and edit them in Plasticity, and then we covered sketching, and then on to modeling a good chunk of this jet. What I'm going to cover today is finishing up the fuselage, modeling the canopy, the airfoils, the stabilators, and rudders and wings. And if you stay till the end, I have a free giveaway, so make sure to follow the instructions. Before starting, if you'd like to try Plasticity for free, check out my affiliate link in the description below for a free trial. Also, you can use my discount code REDBARON to receive 10% off the cost of a Plasticity license. It helps you out, and it helps me out too. But enough of that. You already have the software fired up. Let's jump right in. Right here, I'm cleaning up an area just above the intake scoop, and I'm using the Boolean commands to trim off areas that I don't want. With face mode toggled on, I'm attempting to join these two faces together, and in this case it actually worked. Cleaned it up quite nicely. A tip when drawing these circles, as you're drawing them in a side view like this, if you toggle V for horizontal or vertical, it helps. I'm imprinting the curve onto the fuselage because I want to see how the transition between the canopy and the fuselage actually looked. I won't necessarily use this exactly. In fact, you see me making adjustments to that curve here so that I can get tangent constraints when this would be mirrored over to the other side. Extruding these curves out really helps with tangency control when I later choose to use X-NURBS. I'm extending the edge of the canopy down a little bit further into the fuselage just so that I can use it to do a Boolean cut later onto the fuselage. What I'm doing here is basically creating a new former in this position, and I'm using the geometry that I had lofted and work with so that I can make sure it exactly matches what already I have. Here I'm just adding a little more detail into a side scoop just above the main inlet. So I'm splitting this here because I'm going to extend the edge down right here so that I can trim through the bottom. loft was twisting up when I used the full profile. I'm coming back and using just half of it. That way I could have added a guide, but this just was easier. I'm joining these together, and then I just use the patch tool. So the process for these was similar to the rudder and stabilator, so I'm going to fast forward this part. It was a little bit smaller model than the original, so I just elected here to scale vertically the airfoil shape. Let me know your thoughts and comments below. So the plans here didn't actually show the full extent of the wing, so what you see me doing is referencing another schematic here just so I can make sure that my wingspan matches what's intended. What you see me doing here is adding a little bit of tip washout. I rotate this down, take about 1 to 1.5 degrees, and the purpose of this is better stall characteristics on this wing. Trying to remember here what the wingtip actually looked like. So I got myself in trouble here. What you're seeing me do is come back in with this thicker corded wing that I built, and now I'm going to try to transition these areas back in and then continue this fillet down through the back aileron. Then, of course, on the front of the leading edge right here, I've got to tie this all back into the fuselage and make the curves work. So I have a full static model of this F16 jet, but it's not perfect. It is looking really good though. Sometimes I find it helpful to reverse engineer other people's work. So here's my free giveaway. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't. Tell me what you'd like to see on the next version of a video like this, so I know what to change. Then reach out to me via the contact form on my website, redbaronrc.com. In the body of the email, paste your comment and I will respond with a link for downloading this Plasticity CAD model for free. I understand you're downloading this model as it is with all its bumps, scratches, and imperfections, but I think you may find it helpful in learning the software. So where am I going to take this model from here? Well, I have no real use for a static model. My interest is in designing 3D printable RC models, so that's my next step. I need to optimize this model for 3D printing. I need to create all the interior parts of this model to give it strength and lightness, and I need to put some landing gear on this bird, and preferably retractable. Now, of course, all this and all the parts inside need to fit and balance correctly if I ever hope to be able to have this thing fly, so it's not an easy task. If you want to see how I do that, then definitely like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. Or simply just watch my next video here.